Hi, I'm Jenny. Welcome to my channel. Thank you for joining me. I'm so happy you're spending some time with me today. I appreciate you. So today I am working on some tags for the kind of vintage themed music-y sort of journal. And I want to be able to put quotes and things on pages, and I want to put them on tags so that I can slide them in pockets or belly bands or something like that, and you can still see stuff behind it. So I want to do the writing primarily on the tags, I think. I might write a quote on a page, but I think it's probably going to go on a tag and then get attached to the page somehow. So I have an assortment of tags, and basically what I had was just a bunch of tags in my stash that were kind of pre-cut. These were cut out of manila file folder. These I bought as part of a grab bag from Goodwill. So there's like 5 or 6 this shape and 5 or 6 of this shape, and a kind of a heavy black cardstock. And then these were cut from just like a heavyweight paper. And so they were in my stash along with some pages that I had collaged a while back and just stuck in my to be used stash. So sometimes I do that. I just use up scraps and do it on a piece of paper or a piece of magazine or something like that. And it comes in handy when I'm doing this, because then I didn't have to collage each of the pieces. I could just glue them down and cut around them, which is what I did. So I just glued them to those pages and then cut around them. And you can see this was all kind of the same paper on here. And then to make it a little more interesting, I went through and used some gold ink and stamped a little bit of text on there. Just because I had already previously talked about that I might not put a lot of bling in this one because it's very vintagey. So I'm trying to find ways to bring in some bling that's not as like bright colored jewel sort of thing. So I think gold ink is a good way to do that. I have a little bit of gold lace here that I want to use. So I'm just working on making some ephemera for that journal. And so I have an assortment of little vintage flowers, and there's some butterflies. There are some mushrooms in here. I think this is the one, like one of the few packs of Tim Holtz ephemera that I have. And I got it for Christmas. My husband gave me a couple little packs in my stocking as stocking stuffers. So I have some of that, and I really like the kind of vintagey look to it, so I'm going to be using that. I have some music paper. Even though these already have paper on them, they don't all have music paper on them. So I might put a piece of music paper behind something to help something pop. I have some doilies that I have. I used watercolor and stencils. So this side is really bright, but this side's kind of, faded. Same thing here. This one's a little bit brighter, but on the back it's a little more faded. So of course either side is okay. Here's a couple things that are untouched. And I have some lace. I have that gold lace. I have a little bit of this Battenberg left. I have some of this coffee dyed lace. And I have a little bit of this. I bought a lace tablecloth, a large lace tablecloth at Goodwill for like $3.50 a couple days ago. So there's a little bit of this off of it. I've already used some of it in another project, a sewing project. So that's kind of where I am. Oh, I have some images of vintage people. So I feel like I might have, these are upside down, aren't they? I'm showing them to you upside down, and some clocks and things. I feel like I might have some more people, but I'm not sure where they are. I think maybe they're with the, you know, like Head and Shoulders. This is like all I have that's like a full person. But maybe it doesn't matter. Maybe I should look back through my stash. I already had pulled these out. Maybe I should look back through my stash and see if I've got something that is, you know, just partial people. So let me take a quick look for that, and I will be right back. Okay, I'm back. I found a few of these. I think they might be Tim Holtz cabinet cards, paper dolls. I'm not really sure, because I got them in a grab bag at a thrift store. So we'll add those to this pile. And then I have some things I've cut out. Most of the ones I have, I think are much too large. It's another one of those cards. Most of them are too big, but I have a few things. So I added a few here. I've got this little corset too and a fan, which I thought might be fun. Anyway, let's get started and just have some fun with these. So I don't know whether to do all of one shape first or rotate through. I don't know. I feel like it might be more efficient to do several at once. So maybe it would be better to kind of, you know, do some of them all together here. See what I have. And I really want, I think I want a person, and then maybe some butterflies or flowers or something. Well, that one's too similar to that, I think. You know, and I'm thinking I like the vintage people, so I like those. And I'll probably end up making some paper dolls as well. That's one of the things on my list. You might recall from last week when we were working on the vintage journal. I started the journal and I showed you this is my kind of cheat card. So we did some collage, and as you go down, you'll see that, where is it? Tags is on, you know, the list, so I'll be doing some tags. And then paper dolls, there it is. So we'll probably do some paper dolls. I already have some clusters and snippet rolls that we might be able to use. Words, quotes, and sentiments we're going to put on the backs of the tags, that sort of thing. So any of that we're going to kind of use. So this may not be, like this one might be better on a bigger tag. So I think that's probably better on a different tag. Let's see, what should we do with her? I don't want to necessarily cut all the way around her, but these are probably the smallest of the tags height-wise. I mean, this one is smaller width-wise, but definitely not height-wise. Oops, I put the wrong thing in the wrong place. So I don't know, she may be too small, but maybe we could do a pair. That might be kind of fun. Kind of overlap, put a pair of them. She and the man are both looking that direction. Let's see. I don't want to cut off too much of that. He might be okay. Oh, look, he was used in this. This is a paper. Maybe it was a Tim Holtz pack. I don't know. I pick up so much stuff where it's just a few little pieces of things in a grab bag at a thrift store, or like I buy grab bags of craft things. So I get stuff like this. So that's interesting that I have this that was in a collaged paper, and then we have this separate. So, interesting. One of those might fit. We could move it down a little bit. Let's see. She's a little big for that. Those are a little big. So I've got, like I said, I've got some smaller I don't know. Let's see. I hate to cut off all of the vintage stuff here, even though we could make her fit. You know, we could go this way with her, but that's still quite a bit off. If I use one of these tags, I can keep most of, yeah, we'll save her for one of those other tags. I think that's going to be the challenge with some of these, is I don't have very many things that are really small enough for this size of a tag. But I already had these tags, but we could do some watches, definitely. We could do that. We don't have to have people on all of them. We can just kind of do a few little things. We could do that fan and the corset. That might be a cute little focal point here. So, like this. Let's see. Where's my 12? 9. I've lost it. There it is. So, we could do that with maybe this down in front of it. That would be good. Let's do a little trim in here. Hope you guys are having a good day, doing something fun, enjoying your summer. We are contemplating vacation here soon. Gonna go see some family and some friends, maybe take a road trip, which we have not done in a while, so it might be fun, I think, to take a road trip, just because we'll be able to stop and go junking, which is, of course, one of my favorite things to do. I don't think I'm going to be able to keep that tassel. That's going to be really hard to cut out. So that's a fun thing to contemplate, and you know, all the places we might stop. And I know a lot of people are kind of anti, you know, Goodwill and thrift stores and stuff, but I can tell you, they are great places to buy ephemera, and they're great places to buy things that you can upcycle. I'm a big believer in reusing and recycling and upcycling things. So I always have a lot of fun at places like Goodwill. I don't, that's a little big for that. I don't resell. I'm not a reseller, but you know, I do enjoy looking at things that are vintagey. Let's see if we do that, but it just fits almost on this one. Okay, do we save it for this? I don't know, I kind of like it on this one, even though it's flat on the sides. I think we could cut off the bottom just a little bit. So you can see this came from a book or a magazine. Hard to tell, probably a book. That's better. Okay, so we need an image for this one. Let's see what we've got in here. When in doubt, pull out some flowers and mushrooms, right? That's cute. Wonder if I have some more mushrooms. Let's see. Might be cute just to do some mushrooms. I like mushrooms, I know. Some people are like, why are mushrooms popular? I don't know. They just are. They're just cute. I'm not really sure, though. maybe, see, this might be a place to put a piece of music paper here and just put some flowers and a little bit of music. I don't know that they all need some music, but, yeah. Or maybe a little bit of that lace. Maybe that one would be a good candidate for a little bit of this gold lace. Some of that tulle off. So there, maybe there. Something like that. I think that makes a nice little tag. I'm just interested in doing something, you know, that I can slide in. So I have some of these done. I don't want to be trying to figure out, you know, what to put on the tag and stuff when I am working on, you know, filling the book. So maybe we'll move them over a little and put that there. Then we can just trim that off. Okay, I like that. This is, she's nice, but this is kind of empty back here. Maybe. Let's see. I'm thinking just like a little quarter round. Didn't do a very good job of doing it both ways, did I? There we go. So on the corner there, we can put her there. That looks a little better. What else? We need something else there. Maybe got some little tickets and stuff. Maybe we could do keep this coupon on this side. Something like that, like that. What about these? They kind of are already interesting with the two of them. I don't know that they need a whole lot. But there is kind of, the background's a little dull. We could maybe again add some of this. So we've got her, him, and I like that one is a photograph and one's a drawing. That's kind of interesting. There between them. Okay, I like those. I'm thinking just maybe a little bit of this lace under here. Just to spruce that up a little bit. Like that. What about these two? Maybe kind of this kind of echoes the shape of that. I like that. And then we've got that one. All right, good. Okay, so I'm just going to go through and glue this down. I don't want too much stuff on them. Because I am going to write a quote on the back, although I could always write it on something else and glue it to the back, which may be what happens. And I don't want to add so much bulk that it's hard to put them in pockets and things. So I just want them to have something interesting on them to look at. So I will be right back after I glue this down, and maybe we'll do another set. Okay, I'm back. These are all glued down. I did add a little bit of a flower here just to hold that lace down so that when I slide it in something, it's not gonna, catch on it. And I added a little something here to kind of set off the edge of the fan and bring in a little more of the red. So other than that, I didn't change anything. I just added a couple of little things there. So I think we're done with these. And maybe we have time to do one more set. Let's see, round ones. These are pretty traditional tag shape. Let's do the round ones. I'm not really sure what I'm gonna do with these, and I don't know if, let's see, did that one get a hole? There it is. It's a little hard to see the holes in the top, and I'll probably go back and put some ink around the edges and things when I'm ready to write on them and that. So you can see these were cut out from a page that I had done some sewing on. I think this was the free flow sewing that I saw Louisa Heinzel do quite a while back, but I had done several pieces of paper and sewed on them. So I had this one left, and I used it to do some of the circles and then a couple of the other things. So I just, whatever I could fit on there. So several of those have that on it. And then just some, again, the gold stamping. This one has some music paper on it already. So I'm not really sure if I have people that are small enough to go on that. That might fit on there. She could, some of these I feel like are gonna be better on some of the bigger tags, on some of the ones that are more vertical. I already decided, well, she might actually go on a circle. Nope. Maybe. And then these are a little bit bigger. I feel like I'd like to put her on something where I could get more of her in it, like we could put more of her on the tag. So, okay, so we have a few people, but I'm still not sure. Let's see how much of that will fit. Okay, I feel like I just need to kind of trim some of it down just so we can kind of get a better feel. I don't want to cut too much off, but it's okay. Maybe if the circle is smaller, we can always cut it smaller. Okay, so now I can kind of see behind the circle behind it. If we cut her there, yeah, I think that one will work. It's gonna cover the whole tag. Maybe we should just, maybe I should just do a little cutting here around, because I don't want to cover the whole tag, then we lose the interesting background. But might be able to still see some of it if we do a little fussy cutting. Are you guys a fan of fussy cutting? I don't know. I have a love-hate relationship with it. I love how it looks when I'm done, but I don't always like doing it. And honestly, I'm not great at fussy cutting. I don't do well with really small details. I have a hard time seeing a lot of them. And see, I don't want that over the hole. And we could cut that. That's pretty good. That's pretty good, I think. Let's flip it over here and do a little more trimming. Normally I would trim after I glue, but I want to see if there's anything else I want to put under it or behind it, so we'll trim it first. That's pretty nice. There's not a lot of contrast around them, but you know, we could maybe, I just said I didn't want to cover it all up, right? But, you know. Maybe just the edge. Maybe just one edge. Not necessarily the other. She has a little more contrast over here. Okay, might have to break out the ink and ink around them before they get glued down. All right, so this, I would like to have the price on there because I think that's fun. But I think we may have to put it across instead of at the bottom there. See, I'm just not really great at fussy cutting here, and I take liberties. I cut things off, like that little handle there that's sticking out. Yeah, I'm just gonna cut that off. And I realize a lot of people don't, and they cut it, and they're really great at it. But you know, if it's too small, I'm just gonna cut it off because first, I think I'm not going to be able to cut around it, and second, I think I'm going to end up tearing it later. So, okay, so we could put that there, and we could put the price across it, across the top here, right? That might be fun. Okay, just feeling like I'm not doing a whole lot of interest here. I don't know, the round ones maybe are a little harder. Let's see if we can pull some flowers out. Maybe if we can go around her. Some mushroom. Could always add some flowers, I suppose. Like that makes her a lot more interesting. What we could have some flowers there. I don't know. No. I think we just need something with a little more color contrast, and therein lies the problem. Okay, what if we put that down, up a little? I always move that down a little more because it's just shadow there. I'm just trying to avoid the little hole here. I mean, I could always just repunch it. It's okay. But maybe that way. I like that a little better. I want to cut some of this shadow across the bottom off so I can get it closer to the bottom here. Down there maybe. A little color here like the orange. Okay, I like that a little better. This one I like with that, those flowers. These flowers are pretty too, but they may be a little large for her. On the other hand, they might be fun for him. Although with that square, he would look a lot better on this one, wouldn't he? Like if we did something like that on this one. Maybe. See, the round ones are hard because you're just not, I mean, I could just do some flowers and lace. I think that might be okay. I do just think it's interesting to have some people. What do we have that could go? I don't want to take up too much of this because there really isn't very much background there anyway. I think maybe we'll just have to go around them with a pen or something. I'm not really sure. This one, if we do that, is it better to do that or is it better to wait? Because I think she'll fit mostly on here. But then we cover up all of that tag, don't we? So maybe it is better to put her on here and cut around her. Again, we're gonna lose a lot of the tag. I'm just not sure. She's just too big. I just don't want to lose that much of the tag. I want to be able to see some of the tag. We could do another watch, or a watch face, a clock, definitely. Maybe this one. When my printer used to work well, I had printed off some of these. I made a Halloween costume. We did a mask. I made a mask and covered it with clock faces and then my husband wore it as part of his Halloween costume. So, oh, see, okay, so that looks pretty good, of course, because it's round and it echoes that round shape. We could put some flowers there, or maybe a butterfly. We could put a butterfly across. That might be nice, something a little bit different. What else do we have to go with those flowers? I could probably put a ticket or something back there. Don't have any bugs, but I have some butterflies, but they're all really big. I have a bee. That might be. He's a little large, but maybe not. Maybe some lace. Here's a smaller butterfly. That one's nice. Could put the flowers in front of it. Nope, I think I like the flowers behind it. Let's see, this is the center, so upright. So maybe if we tip them this way, the butterfly here, something like that. See, I keep losing. They're round, so it's easy to lose which direction. Which direction is up? Okay, and we have one more down here. This one has quite a bit of stitching on it. That one we could move that way. So, not really sure. Let's see, what else do we have? I have there's some of the Battenberg lace. That might be pretty on there. If I can get it to come apart without destroying it here. Am I looking at the back? It's because I'm looking at the back. Oh gosh. Helps if you look at the right side of it, doesn't it? Let's see. That's nice. I like that. It's pretty. Could go up this way. Over here. Let's see, so we need something here. What do we want to put there? Have this thing about wings. Oh, it's a little square, isn't it? Could definitely do some flowers. Or we could do, oops, okay, now I'm throwing the flowers everywhere. We could do some mushrooms. I like the mushrooms, right? You knew I was going to say that. You knew I was going to say I like the mushrooms. So if we do the mushrooms, we can have those start there. And put some tall ones here. Need maybe a little something there. What could we put there? Oh, is that a small butterfly? Is that a little tiny one? It is not. Okay. Thought maybe I had a little tiny little butterfly, but I did not. I have this one. That's pretty with the color with the orange there, isn't it? I also have a dragonfly, which I just dropped. Oh, gosh, guys. Okay, sorry. I thought I dropped a butterfly a while ago, but I don't know where it went. Now I don't see it. Oh, the dragonfly is nice. I think I like the dragonfly. That looks good. Do we like this butterfly better? No, nope. Actually, I think I like this one better. Just a little bit of bling on it. Okay. All right. So I will glue those down and I will be right back. Okay, I'm back. I have glued everything down. At this point, if you're still with me, I would really appreciate it if you could hit that like button, maybe drop a comment below. It would mean a lot to me. And I think we're going to leave the video here for now. We've done 12 of them. We've done 12 of these, and I've got another 12 to go. But until next time, I hope you have enjoyed this. Remember, use what you have to make your life more beautiful. Bye.